And now it's time for Talking with Joe, Training Camp 2017 style. Joe Rose once again live at Dolphins Training Camp in Davie. Hey, Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Lauren. It's great to be out here again. You and I, the first ones here in the morning.
Yes.
We beat the coaches in this morning, Lauren. We're here so early.
Thanks to you. Thanks for bringing me along, Joe. So, of course, training camp, the talk of this week. The Finns had the day off yesterday for a little rest and relaxation, probably needed from that very physical practice the day before. What are we looking at here in terms of how the team is preparing for the first preseason game next Thursday? What are we doing? Focusing on individual positions, or are they working out as a team now?
Well, they're still looking at the whole package to see where this veteran class of group of guys is. They're looking at a lot of the young players. It's mostly, for me, still individual, seeing which guys are catching on, which guys are making plays. And the coaches are starting to get a feel for who can play in the NFL and who's not quite there. They're trying to give them every opportunity to mentally and physically understand before I call these quizzes. Every day's a quiz. And, of course, the first test is next Thursday. You can see that game, by the way, on CBS, the first preseason game at home. That's going to be the first big test for more than half of these young guys that are on this team to show the coaching staff how much they've learned in mini camps and OTAs, and now the first couple weeks of camp show that they can play in this league. And it all starts next Thursday against Atlanta. Of course, we got a scrimmage this weekend as well. That's also going to be important, especially for the young guys.
All right, Joe, I like that plug for CBS 4 and the game next week. So when we're watching that game, who should we be watching on offense and defense? Who's impressed you the most so far, and why?
You know what, Lauren, I always go to the draft class because I always look at young guys. They're the guys that are going to be playing most of the preseason. It's about getting the veteran players just enough work without anybody getting injured, but getting them ready for the opener against Tampa Bay. But I'm looking at some of the other guys. I'm looking at Charles Harris, number 90, their first-round pick. That'll be a guy to keep an eye on. And players like that on both sides. Raekwon McMillan, a linebacker who could start on this team. Those are some of the guys that Isaiah Asiata is going to be another guy you want to keep an eye on as well. Their offensive guard. You want to see where they are because those were guys they were kind of counting on to get ready. They're probably going to have to play this year, or you hope they're going to be good enough to help you somewhere in the middle part of the season for sure.
All right, Joe, I'll have to write those names down so I know who we'll be talking about as the season unfolds. Hopefully all good things, of course,
those draft picks
for the Dolphins. Yeah. All right, Joe, we'll talk to you in the next hour. Have fun in Davie.